We have a big breaking story right now. Nimesh is picking up something very interesting on Dish TV. Nimesh, big deal and open offer?
Yes, and this is what I've picked up from very reliable sources in investment banking, that Singtel and Bharti Airtel combined will look to buy out a majority stake in Dish TV. Why I'm saying combined, because Singtel is going to drive this, in that partnership along with Bharti Airtel, and buy out promoters 60% stake in Dish TV. Now the deal size I'm told is close to around 6150 crores, which if you look at a backward calculation works out to close to 55 rupees per share. And given that they're going to buy out the entire 60% from the promoters, this will trigger an open offer as well. So that's something which I've picked up very reliably from very reliable sources. And the understanding that I'm given is maybe by end of this month, you could possibly see the deal getting closed as well. So it's at a very advanced stage. Now, Bharti Airtel has officially said we cannot comment on any market speculation to our query. Dish, we haven't got any response from the management yet. And I've reached out to Singtel as well, but for the last 2 days, there has been no response from Singtel as well. So we've reached out to all the three names involved in this transaction, but officially there is no comment coming in from any of them. Just to give a background to Anuj, Singtel already owns a majority in Bharti Airtel. They're one of the large investors in Bharti Airtel, and they're going to subscribe to the Bharti's rights issue as well. So there is a lot of money commitment from Singtel into Bharti Airtel, and maybe that's the reason why both Singtel and Bharti combined are looking to buy out a majority stake in Dish TV. If you look at Singtel's portfolio in Singapore as well, they are one of the largest players in Singapore, close to 82% market share in fixed line, close to 47% market share in mobile market, and close to 43% market share in broadband. So they are a very large, serious player in Singapore, and that could be the strategy for India as well. And the other important aspect which one of the bankers have suggested to me is, if you look at GIC also owns close to 20% stake, which is a parent of Singtel, in Tata Sky. So going forward, there could be a large conglomerate that Singtel may be looking at in India through Dish TV, through Bharti DTH, and through Sky and through Tata Sky as well. So that probably looks like a game plan. But as I understand right now, what I'm told is the deal is at a very advanced stage. Close to 55 is what I'm told they're willing to buy buy the promoter stake and make an open offer as well.
Okay. In fact, we have Mr. Tulsian who's joining in. Mr. Tulsian, so I'm sure you just heard Nimesh, Singtel and Airtel looking to acquire the promoter's 60% stake and will be paying 6,000 crores for it. Dish TV as a stock has fallen from 100 to, almost what now? 35 rupees over the last 2 years. Do you think this deal could sort of resuscitate the stock, and what is in it for investors?
See, Sonia, now the consolidation is seen happening in the D2H space, the way we have seen in the telecom, and Bharti is bent on consolidating all these things. In fact, we have seen the multi-service operator amongst or we loosely we call it as a cable company, having acquired by Hathway and then both by Reliance Industries. And if you go in this D2H space, the Dish TV is holding 37% stake, Bharti is holding 27% stake, and Tata Sky is holding 27% stake, and Airtel is having 24% stake. And if all three combines, they will be having 86-87%. But even if 37% of Dish TV and 24% of Bharti gets combined with 61% stake, they can become the world's largest TV distribution company, and this is going to be the most happening space. And yes, I agree with Nimish's valuation this one, because if you take the EV of the Dish TV now, it's about at 13,000 crore. While the two valuations have been given earlier to Tata Sky and Bharti Airtel has been at about 12,000 crore and 11,300 crore, because deals have taken place. Warburg Pincus having picked up the 20% stake in Bharti Airtel for about 11,300 crore, 20% stake. So this is very much likely. And in fact, the group, which I have been in fact saying for past couple of months for GTV, and in fact I have given a call on Dish TV also for maybe last about 1 month or so, when it corrected to 24-25 rupees, that this is seen to be a very good buy, because content distribution is going to be the next area where all the big players will be looking for, in these all telecom players. So yes, these things is possible, and in fact valuations are seen to be quite low. If you recall, Dish TV had corrected as low as 20% at 20 rupees and now ruling at 40 rupees because of these pledge issues and all sort of things. So yes, things are seen quite positive, and even maybe, when we heard on the street that even Reliance Industries were seen keen on, acquiring the Dish TV. So probably both will, this consolidation of the D2H business is going to happen, and I won't be surprised if this deal happens. at the valuation given by Nimesh.
Mr. Tulsian, one of the rationale that was given to me was that maybe if Singtel is interested only for the fact that eventually they can look at merging all the three units, whether it's Bharti Airtel, Dish TV, and Tata Sky, where they own, where the parent GIC owns 20%. Does it make a logical sense that Singtel looks to consolidate the entire holdings in the India space and make it a big unit then going forward?
Yes, Nimish, very much it makes the sense. That's what I've said, that all three combined entities will be having 88% market share. And if you really take the call, 24 million subscribers are already there with Dish TV. About 15 million subscribers are with Bharti, and about 18 million or 19 million are with Tata Sky. So, this really makes a very good sense. And if you take the combined valuation, 40,000 crore with 88% of the distribution, content distribution for the TV industry is not seen to be too high when so much stake is involved for the telecom companies. And in telecom companies, in telecom sector, we have already seen the consolidation having taken place with Jio, Bharti and Vodafone Idea. Only three players now seen, as a serious players. So Bharti will be making all the efforts to see that this combination of all three goes through, because even Tata has not been able to break through in this D2H space, and probably even they are seen to be getting tired. So consolidation, the way we have seen actually in the tower space, also in the passive infrastructure, where we have been in fact giving the buy call on Bharti Infratel as well, where the consolidation with Indus is already underway. So all these three sectors, telecom, content distribution, and the passive infrastructure, the consolidation is the mantra and very much required for survival of all these fittest players. So yes, three D2H player getting merged, I won't be surprised to see, because they will be having 88% market share, as I said, with which will be the largest distribution company in the world.
And what, Mr. Tulsian, you can come in on this, and that's important, because while we're talking about 55 rupees per share right now, which looks larger than the current market price in terms of open offer. Let's not forget the promoters last year
they made an open offer at
74 rupees per share. It used to be 110 rupees a stock at one point. So, Mr. Tulsian, is there a possibility of actually this stock getting re-rated, once this deal goes through?
Anuj, 100%, and you are right. In fact, that D2, if you recall, when this Videocon D2H was acquired by Dish TV, in fact, the open offer of that 50 crore share was structured only to give the exit to Videocon promoters, and in fact, all the shares were acquired by 74. And in fact, Jawar Goel in his interview also have said that they went wrong in going aggressive in acquiring Videocon D2H. So yes, in fact, one should not go by the present market price. As I said, that share fell to as low as about 20 rupees couple of months back because of the pledge issue, but now ruling at 40. And if you take the valuation, that's what I've given you, the comparative valuation also of 13,000 crore of Dish TV vis-a-vis 12,000 crore for Tata Sky and 11,300 crore for Tata Sky, for Bharti Airtel. That too, when they have a difference of at least 10%, 37%, 27% and 24%. So yes, there is room for upside. They may have gone they may have gone overboard in acquiring Videocon D2H, but the current market price also seemed to be quite low, because as I said, that this is a happening space. MSO has already seen the consolidation, Hathway and then having gone to Reliance Industries. So the Bharti group, Mittal will definitely be trying to consolidate on the D2H space to have a strong foothold in this sector.
All right, Mr. Tulsian, thanks a lot for joining us. The stock, by the way, is now at the high point of the day, surging 6.5% higher. Nimesh, any word on timeline when this will be done?
Well, as I said, the sense that I was getting is maybe by end of this month, you will probably see some sort of an announcement. I mean, so that's why, it looks like it's at the very last stage of discussions. And as I said earlier, the price is around 55 rupees per share. I mean, that's the 6150 is the price which was I was told. That's the deal size which what Singtel is looking at. So maybe in the next 2-3 weeks, you should probably hear something from this deal, is what I'm indicated from the bankers.
Okay, well, Nimesh and Mr. Tulsian, thanks a lot for that. That definitely is the stock of the moment right now. Dish TV up 6.5%. We will revisit that story over the course of the next couple of hours. But for now, we need to take a break. Manisha Gupta joins in next with the latest commodity trades. Stay with us.